What happened when you got stuck tutoring the star basketball player? My teacher called me into his office and dropped it on me. You're tutoring Fiona Cove. She needs to pass, or she's benched for the entire season. My first thought, I seriously don't have time for this. Before I could respond, he showed me her test scores on his computer. All C's and D's with the occasional F. She needs someone patient who won't give up on her. You're going to get extra credit plus a recommendation letter for grad school if you do this. The bribery was working. Fiona was campus royalty, always surrounded by teammates, always rushing between practice and games. She's desperate to stay on the team. One semester, that's all I'm asking. The offer was too tempting, so I agreed to meet her. Finding her waiting outside the library was surprising. I walked over with my chemistry books. Hey Fiona, ready to tackle some chemistry? She looked up relieved, her practice bag dropping. You actually showed? When I nodded confused, she explained 3 tutors had stood her up. They probably figured I was hopeless. The first session, Fiona kept writing down everything I said frantically. Slow down, I need to get this exactly right. I watched her rewrite the same equation 4 times. It doesn't need to be perfect. She shook her head stubbornly. Yes it does. I can't lose basketball. We spent 3 hours on basic periodic table memorization. Fiona made flashcards for every single element. Hydrogen, atomic number 1, she recited while pacing. Her determination was unexpected. Most people think I'm just here for basketball, she admitted, but I actually want to learn this. The third week, we met after her practice at 10 p.m. Fiona showed up exhausted but focused. Sorry, coach kept us late. Did you eat? She pulled out 2 sandwiches from her bag. I grabbed extra from the dining hall. We worked through molecular structures while eating. Fiona kept asking questions that showed she was really thinking. Why does oxygen form 2 bonds but nitrogen forms 3? I explained electron shells and watched understanding dawn on her face. That actually makes sense. She high-fived me impulsively, then pulled back, embarrassed. Sorry, I get excited. I tried to focus on the next problem but kept replaying the way her hand felt during that brief high-five, which was ridiculous because it was just a high-five. By week 5, our sessions had shifted. Fiona brought her game schedule and pointed to dates. Can we study around these? I want you at the home games. I stared at the tickets she pushed across the table. You don't have to come, she added quickly, but you're kind of my good luck charm now. My face went hot, and I fumbled with the tickets, nearly dropping them twice before managing to say yes, trying to sound casual like my heart wasn't racing. I went to every game. Fiona would scan the crowd during warm-ups until she found me, then wave enthusiastically. Her teammates started recognizing me. You're the chemistry genius, one said. Fiona won't shut up about how smart you are. The night before her midterm, we pulled an all-nighter in the empty library. Fiona was solving problems faster than I could check them. The answer is 42.3 grams. She looked at me for confirmation. When I nodded, she jumped up. I'm actually getting this. Around 3 a.m., she started getting loopy. If sodium and chlorine make salt, what do you and I make? I laughed nervously. What? She turned red. Nothing. Ignore that. I need more coffee. We took a break walking around campus. Fiona talked about her childhood, how her dad taught her basketball before she could properly walk. He never cared about grades, just points scored. She kicked at leaves on the sidewalk. You're the first person who expects me to be smart too. I wanted to tell her she was smart and beautiful and incredible, but instead, I just stood there like an idiot, kicking at the same leaves, completely tongue-tied. 2 weeks before finals, our study sessions had become something else entirely. Fiona would sit unnecessarily close, her knee touching mine. Is this right? She'd ask about problems she definitely knew. I'd catch her looking at me instead of her notes. Focus, Fiona. She'd grin. I am focused. Her teammates started teasing her about her chemistry boyfriend whenever I showed up to games. Fiona never corrected them. I never corrected them either. The day of the final, Fiona texted me every hour. What if I forget everything? I met her outside the exam room. You know this. You've worked harder than anyone. She grabbed my hand suddenly. Wait for me after? 2 hours later, she emerged, looking dazed. I knew every single question. Every one. She was practically vibrating with excitement. Getting the results back, Fiona sprinted across campus to find me. I got an A! She crashed into me, waving the test paper. My first A ever in science. I suggested celebrating at the local diner. Fiona agreed immediately. Yes, this deserves milkshakes. At the diner, she couldn't stop smiling. You changed everything. I actually feel smart now. You've always been smart, I whispered. I'll never forget how big her smile got, or the way her eyes shined in the light. Without overthinking it, I kissed her right there. Finally, she whispered against my mouth, pulling me closer. I've been waiting for you to do that for weeks.